Hi, this is Baby. I've been thinking about this more and more and more. You see, there's two holes in the wall, like there was a picture frame or something, and it's kind of deep. So I put something in there at night. Just in case it's right over my head. I've been thinking of something. Like North Korea saying, we have brain damage or we're schizophrenic. No, I'm thinking something, and I mean, I have a logical mind. It's been under a train for the last 3 years, but I still have that sense of groundedness, or it resembles groundedness. And I maintain what I said many, many years ago, which is like 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, the minimum, not prior to 2020, about November, because prior to that I had no idea what the hell this was. Never heard of it. Never would have imagined that this type of behavior is possible. That there are victims like me out there, or people who are being victimized, or some people could behold this much evil in their hearts for such a prolonged period of time. Okay, getting back to the point. You have so many people experiencing these symptoms, and there's a lot. There's many. This started within a certain time period. There may have been cases before, prior to that time period, and I'm sure with a little bit of research, the government or a governing body or a private company, I don't know what they would call them, a private information gathering company, data gathering, investigation to find out exactly when it started to happen. People started complaining of these symptoms more than normal. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure this has been happening for a long time, since in the 50s maybe, or prior. But there's going to be a time when a group of them started to show up a lot more. And a little bit of research on their part will take them to within a year or two of that time period. And we have all these symptoms. Similar. The one thing that throws people is this voice to skull. The point is the technology does exist. Nobody wants to look at the technology. The fact that it does exist. We're not claiming aliens are talking to us. We're not claiming Bigfoot is talking to us. We're saying this is happening to us. We know ourselves. Something is wrong. And usually it's accompanied by a lot more. These things are similar. We don't know each other. If you find us, and you go and find somebody in a little village somewhere in some obscure part of some country or continent, who doesn't know YouTube, who doesn't know where to find us. Again, prior to this, I had no idea. Let's just imagine that this person exists, or several of them exist, where they don't know where to find us. So they don't know there are other people like us out there. But these people get a hold of them and question them. Right now, there's a lot of gassing. I could smell a lot of gassing. It's got my stomach is is burning. Back of my head wants to explode. The thing is, they go far as these people. These people are going to say they're experiencing the same symptoms. They're experiencing the same symptoms or similar to what we are. And it started in a certain time period. They weren't born this way. There's nothing that they can visibly see that could be causing it. But they're experiencing it. I'm telling you, somebody is doing this to us. Now listen to this. The government is responsible for finding us some help. Let's say it is mass schizophrenia. Let's say the voice-to-skull technology didn't exist. There have been schizophrenics since eons, since the beginning of time, maybe. But to carry all the symptoms, all of these symptoms, or at least a number of them, that puts them in a category, or puts us in a category, there's something to be said for it. There's something to be said for it. The government, the United Nations, they need to step in and they need to start helping us. They need to stop ignoring this, and they need to step in and start helping us. Find out what the fuck is wrong with us. If it's a physical problem that they can help, fucking help us. Give us a cleanse. Give us a brain scan. Do fucking something and stop being in fucking denial about this. I'm sick and tired of feeling helpless and hopeless against these assholes. Like there's no way out and we gotta just wait for death. God didn't make me into a pile of flesh that I must be afraid of my fellow man like this. Just because they can crawl into a crawl space and gas you ass, what the fuck is that? Or hack you and make sure that you live in a place where you have no control over it. Because that's what these ones who are targeting me, they are doing to me. They've incapacitated me financially. Not because they ever gave me anything, but because they're blocking me from working. You heard me talking since 2020. All I want to focus on was my website because that's my business. And I really, really, really was hoping they would stop and go away. I wasn't prepared for what happened in 2020. I didn't have a backup financial plan. That was my livelihood. And they fucked with it. They fucked with it. And they're still fucking with it. You know what it is when you build something that you have people you're interacting with. These people become a part of you. And they need you, your expertise. You learn from them. They learn from you. It matters. My business mattered to me. I invested me into my business. I wasn't outsourcing. I invested my time, my energy into my business. This is why it meant so much to me, and it still does. And I just hang on to it because I couldn't believe it just came at me. Bam, bam, bam. What happened? And who would keep this up for over 3 years? Who would? No, my point is, that's the United Nations, some organization, whatever, has to help and step in and help us. If people are targeting us, or if this is all natural phenomenon, I don't know. I doubt nobody in their right mind is going to believe that. The government needs to help us. It's happening en masse, and they need to help us. And they need to help us now. I want you people to focus on this. I'm tired of just sitting around waiting for death and being gassed all the fucking time. Because somebody wants something in your head, or some inheritance, or some fucking crap money. Is all they want is glutton for money. And if you want to just take it and jam it down their throat, here you go. Anyway, sorry when I get excited, my accent is coming out. But anyway, somebody need to start now.